Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances of Srila Prabhupada. Welcome devotees to morning Bhagavatam class. This morning we will be continuing with Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, verse 24, and the chapter is entitled, The Pandavas Retire Timely. And there's a lecture by Srila Prabhupada, so we request devotees to please increase your volume, because sometimes the recording can be a little bit distorted sometimes. And let's try to have at least one takeaway at the end of the class. Without further delay, we will start the class. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanadhari Yamuna Tira Vanadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanadhari Yamuna Tira Vanadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Jaya Namaskar Paramahansa Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Giridhar ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Navadev Dham ki jai, Ganga Mai ki jai, Jamuna Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sutta Uvacha. Sutta Uvacha. Evam. Evam. Chintayato. Chintayato. Jishno. Jishno. Krishna. Krishna. Pada. Pada. Saroruham. Saroruham. Sohardena. Sohardena. Atigadhena. Atigadhena. Shanta. Shanta. Asit. Asit.
Vimalamati. What is that? He skipped the first translation.
Prayena. Prayena. Etad. Etad. Bhagavata. Bhagavata. Ishvarasya. Ishvarasya. Vicheshtitam. Vicheshtitam. Mitho. Mitho. Nikhnanti. Nikhnanti. Bhutani. Bhutani. Bhavayanti. Bhavayanti. Cha. Yan. Mitaha. Prayena etad bhagavata. Prayena etad bhagavata. Ishvarasya vicheshtitam. Ishvarasya vicheshtitam. Mitho nikhnanti bhutani. Mitho nikhnanti bhutani. Bhavayanti cha yanmitaha. Bhavayanti cha yanmitaha. Prayena etad bhagavata. Prayena etad bhagavata. Ishvarasya vicheshtitam. Ishvarasya vicheshtitam. Mito nikhnanti bhutani. Mito nikhnanti bhutani. Bhavayanti cha yanmitaha. Bhavayanti cha yanmitaha.
What meaning?
Prayena. Prayena. Etat. Etat. It is almost by. It is almost by. Bhagavataha. Bhagavataha. Of the personality of Godhead. Of the personality of Godhead. Ishvarasya. Ishvarasya. Of the Lord. Of the Lord. Vicheshtitam. Vicheshtitam. By the will of. By the will of. Mitaha. Mitaha. One another. One another. Nikhnanti. Nikhnanti. To kill. To kill. Bhutani. Bhutani. The living entities. The living entities. The living beings. The living beings. Bhavayanti. Bhavayanti. As also protect. As also protect. Cha. Cha. Also. Also. Yat. Yat. Of whom. Of whom. Mitaha. Mitaha. One another. One another. Translation. Factually, this is all due to the supreme will of the Lord, personality of Godhead. Sometimes people kill one another, and at other times they protect one another.
Now read the purport.
According to the anthropologists, there is nature's law of struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. But they do not know that behind the law of nature there is the supreme direction of the Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that the law of nature is executed under the direction of the Lord. Whenever, therefore, there is peace in the world, it must be known that it is due to the good will of the Lord. And whenever there is upheaval in the world, it is also due to the supreme will of the Lord. Not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Lord. Whenever, therefore, there is disobedience of the established rules enacted by the Lord, there is war between men and nations. The surest way to the path of peace is, therefore, dovetailing everything to the established rule of the Lord. The established rule is that whatever we do, whatever we eat, whatever we sacrifice, whatever we give in charity, must be done to the full satisfaction of the Lord. No one should do anything, eat anything, sacrifice anything, or give anything in charity against the will of the Lord. Discretion is the better part of valor, and one must learn how to discriminate between actions which may be pleasing to the Lord and those which may not be pleasing to the Lord. An action is thus judged by the Lord's pleasure or displeasure. There is no room for personal whims. We must always be guided by the pleasure of the Lord. Such action is called Yoga Karmasya Kaushalam, or actions performed which are linked with the Supreme Lord. That is the art of doing a thing perfectly.
The child. So, in the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, the statement is there by Krishna, Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishya matta smriti jnanam apohananj vedaischa sarvai ahamiva vedyam vedanta krit vedanta vicha aham. Actually, everyone is suffering or enjoying. There is no enjoyment, only suffering. But the struggle for existence, to counteract this suffering, we take it as enjoying. Actually, there is no enjoying. In the Bhagavad Gita, you know, you're disturbing the child. In the Bhagavad Gita, that, what are you speaking? Enjoying and suffering. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that this place, the Supreme Authority says, this place, this material world, is dukkhalayam asasatam. It is the place for suffering. That is a fact. One person is trying to accept suffering as enjoying, and another person is trying to end actually suffering. This is the difference between sane and insane person. I'll give you a practical example that in the prison, government prison house, there are some prisoners who are called first-class prisoners. They are given a special favor by the government. So, and there are third-class prisoners also. But both of them are prisoners. And prison is not meant for comfortable life. It is meant for suffering. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur therefore sings, Anadi karama phale puri bhavan nava jale toribare na dekhi upay. One who is sane person, he knows that I may be first-class prisoner, and that does not mean I am not prisoner. I am prisoner. The suffering of the prison house, that I have no independence to do anything, that is prison life. Everyone is thinking that we are independent, but that is not the fact. Prakriti kriyamanani guni karmani sarvas ahankara vimuratma karta hamiti. Actually, everybody is being carried by the laws of material nature, but a foolish person is thinking that he is doing himself. So, here it is said that prayena etat bhagavat ishwarasya vichistita. We cannot do anything without the will of the Supreme Personality of God. Just like in the state, you cannot do anything without the sanction of the government. Similarly, the supreme state, the supreme order giver, Krishna or God, without his sanction, we cannot do anything. But here it is said that mitho nignanti bhutani bhavayanti cha janmitho. Sometimes by his will we kill one another, and sometimes we give protection one another. So does it mean that in different time Krishna is giving different intelligence? No. Krishna's action is Daiva, superior. Just in the High Court, the judge is somebody condemning somebody that this man should be hanged. And other man, yes, he must get the degree, he'll get these millions of dollars from that person. No? Is he partial? He's giving somebody millions of dollars and somebody is ordered to be hanged. Is he partial? No, he is not partial. He is simply administering the law, that's all. This man has created such a situation that he should be condemned to death. And this man has created such situation that he will be rewarded by 10,000 and millions of dollars. It is his action. Karmana daivanatrena. We are acting, and daivanatrena, by superior administration, Daivanetrena, we are getting different types of body and suffering or enjoying the consequence. This is our position. Krishna is, God is, it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Samoham sarvabhuteshu. I am equal to everyone. Otherwise, how is God? God is not partial, that somebody should be killed and somebody should be rewarded with $10,000. No. It is our own work. We create such situation. That we should know. We forget. Now, somebody I killed in my last life. Just like here, if I kill somebody, then I shall be killed also by the law of nature or law of God. Similarly, I forget that because I killed somebody, now that somebody is killing me. So, forget. But Krishna reminds, now this person killed you, or this child killed you last life. Now we can kill in the way Now we kill. Vichestita. He reminds, because Krishna is described Anumanta Upadrashta. He is a witness. Now this man has killed this man. Now he gets the opportunity to kill him again. And Krishna reminds you, kill him. Here is the opportunity. This is the position. Don't think when it is said that Ishwarasa vichestita, it is by the will. That will, because he is equal to everyone, so everyone should get chance to retaliate. That is going on. So, God is not partial, he is impartial. samohang sarvabhuteshu name deshasti na priya. Nobody in the material world, just like jail superintendent or the government, government is not partial. Government is equal to everyone. But everyone is enjoying or suffering according to his own work. So that is reminded. That is reminded and sanction given that this body, this being killed you in your last life. Now I give you sanction, you can kill him. This is called nignanti. Mithu nignanti. And this man gave you protection, so you give him protection. So what is the wrong there? There is nothing wrong. It's equal justice. Because don't think that because God or Krishna gives sanction, vichestitam, therefore he is partial. No, he is always impartial. We are suffering our own activities. Karmana daivunatrena. We are getting different types of body suffering. Now, therefore, we should always try to understand the will of God. That is our duty. That will of God we can understand in the human form of life. That is an opportunity. Will of God is expressed very clearly. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekang saranam vraja. That is said already. Nobody can say, what is the will of God, I do not know. No, you know. He says, God says, Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekang saranam vraja. You give up all other business, just become surrender to me. And then, how shall I pull up? Aham tam sarvapapebham mokkhasyami. I shall give you protection. I shall give you protection. And I shall release you from the effects of all sinful activities. Because we suffer on account of sinful activities. And we enjoy by pious activity. That is the law. If you become nicely educated, cultured, then you get good position in the society. But if you are a rascal, then you suffer. Similarly, we are creating our position. But that is called karma bandha. Karma bandha means so long we do not know what is our duty, we create our position differently, and therefore sometimes we suffer, sometimes we enjoy. Therefore we must know what is our duty. That we have forgotten. Nati vidu sarthagatingi Vishnu. In this material conditional life, we have forgotten what is our actual aim of life. Therefore Krishna comes. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata tadatmanam srijamaham. Our duty, when we forget our duty, that is called dharmasya glani. Dharma is not a religious sentiment. Dharma means our occupational duty. Real meaning, I think I have given it in Srimad Bhagavata. So when you forget our duty, that is called dharmasya glani. Glani means deterioration of our real occupational duty. So our real occupational duty is to serve the Supreme. That is our real occupational duty. We are meant for serving. But when we forget serving Krishna and we try to serve so many other things, that means so many other things when our lust, our greediness, our illusion, our so many problems we serve. We have to serve. That is our position. Nobody can be free from service. That is not possible. But we do not know where to give our service. That is forgetfulness. Kamadinam kotidhana kalidha palita dunninadesh. Here the human being, in ignorance, they are serving the kama, lust, greediness, moha, anger, so many things they are serving. They are serving. A man is killing another body by lust, lusty desires, or by illusion, so many other reasons. So we are serving, there is no doubt about it. We are serving. But we are serving our calm, krodh, low, moho, matsarya, lust, desire, avarice, like that. Now we have to learn that we have been frustrated by serving so many things. Now we have to turn the service attitude to Krishna. That is Krishna's mission. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam. You are serving already. You cannot be free from service. But your service is misplaced. Therefore, you just turn your service unto me, then you become happy. That is Krishna consciousness movement. Kamadinam kutidhana kutidha palita dunnidesh. Because we are greedy, just like a greedy man, he is suffering by eating more. There are so many diseases, just like diabetes or dysentery. There are so many things. These are the diseases for eating more. That's all. So, we are suffering at the same time, we are eating more. Because we are greedy, we are lusty. This is the cause. So therefore, kama, we are serving our lust, our greediness, and suffering. This is practical. If you have no hunger, if you eat, if you have no appetite, if you eat, then you will suffer. If you infect some disease, you will suffer. That is practical. So we are associating in being infected by lust, greediness, illusion, fearfulness, so many things. Sada samudmigno dhiyam asadgrahat. If you steal, then you'll be under fearfulness. Oh, I may not be arrested. I may be arrested. Because you have done that. Asadgrahat. You have done something wrong, therefore you are under the influence of fearfulness. It is very easy to understand. So we are creating our situation and serving a different type of desire. That's all. Kamadinam kutidhana. And sometimes we are doing something which we should not do. Still we are doing. But doing so, tesang karunana jata. Although we have done so much to serve the lust, greediness, but they are not merciful. They are still dictating. Go on doing this, go on doing this, go on doing this. He is suffering. He still is following the dictation of lust and desire. We are creating our own karma. Therefore, any sane man will see that I have served so long, so much, our desires, but I am not happy. I am not happy, neither the desire is happy. Desire is never satiated. That you have killed so many animals, now you don't. No, you'll go on killing. It's never satisfied. Now I have killed so many, no more, stop. Now there is no stoppage. That will go on. Kama dinam katidana kalita. But the injunction is thou shalt not kill. But he will kill and kill and kill and kill. And still he wants to be satisfied. You see. The Bible says, thou shalt not kill. And they are simply engaged in killing business. And still they want to be happy. Just see the point. Therefore Krishna says, yes, you be killed by occasional world war. You must be killed. You have created the situation. You must be killed. You may be American or Englishman or German or this or that. You may be very proud of your nationality. But you must be killed. This is the position. Ishwarasa vichestita. You have killed so many animals. Now wholesale killing. One bomb. One atom bomb. Be killed. These rascals, they do not know how things are going on. Ishwarasya vichestita. Tit for tat, there must be. If in ordinary laws, in the state laws, that if you have killed somebody, you must be hanged, do you think you can simply bluff the supreme authority, Krishna, that you are going killing, and you will be saved? No. You will be killed in pestilence, in famine, even within your mother's home, you will be killed. Where it is supposed to be good protection, there also you will be killed. The human nation being degenerated in such a way, the killing business is increasing daily. Ishwarasya vichestita. So, we therefore must submit to Krishna, sarvadharman parityajya, because we cannot become free. We cannot go out of the laws of God. That is not possible. Therefore we must surrender. The Krishna, God, I have acted freely so many births. I did not become happy. Neither am I happy at the present moment. So now I surrender unto you. You say that I give you protection, so kindly give me protection. This is Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you very much.
Such a wonderful lecture by Srila Prabhupada, so beautiful. Amazing points, how Srila Prabhupada is always reminding us that, at least from what I got from this lecture, we always blame the Lord, or sometimes, we think, oh Lord, why did you do that to us? But it's because of our own activities, our own actions. We are, paying for it, as they say. Would like to open up for questions from devotees. Any questions, any comments, any takeaways, something that really hit you, something was like very profound. Please do unmute yourself and I will call upon you. Just waiting. Oh, yes, Prikshit, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, then humble obeisances of Lord
Jai.
Prabhupada. No question, just takeaways
Yes.
that Krishna is equal to everyone. And Srila Prabhupada gave the example of the High Court judge that passes sentence. You can sentence someone to be killed, someone to be given some money. Is it being partial? No, it's just applying the law. So when the law is applied, depending on what the person has done, then the consequence is found in the law, and the judge just simply applies that. So we are the ones that Srila Prabhupada is explaining, have some desires, and we do some activities, and activities invite the type of reactions to. And this is our lives too. That's why sometimes somebody goes to a higher planet, somebody goes to a lower planet, somebody goes to a planet that's more suffering, like that. And so we are causing our own problems, and especially that being in the material world, trying to live to just simply counteract the problems here from the material nature. And if we're able to counteract to our satisfaction, then we say we are enjoying. But really all we're doing is we're just counteracting what's here. So there's no real enjoyment here. There's only suffering. And people trying to counteract the suffering. Sometimes it's successful and they have to work very hard. And then on top of that, there's no permanence here. Everything is temporary. Whatever you get, death will come take it away. So why even do this? So go by Krishna's order, Sarvadharma Parityaja. Abandon all varieties of religion. Just simply surrender to Krishna, and he's going to save us from all simple reactions and take us back home. So that was a message I got from this. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for sharing that. Actually, there was one point that you said that reminded me again from what Srila Prabhupada said. There's no enjoyment here. In the first paragraph of his lecture, he said, actually we think we're enjoying, but we're suffering. So when you said when you shared your takeaway, I was reminded about that. So yes, I think you used the word glimpses. I think I don't know. just the glimpses of enjoyment, we think it's wonderful. But not only is it suffering, but not only do we think, I feel, not only do we feel like it's enjoyment, but it's so temporary. It's so chanchal, it's so flinching, that is just for a moment, and we think it's going to last forever, right? And there's no permanent happiness, even in that little enjoyment that we think we're having fun, because it's just suffering. It's complete suffering. Yes. Thank you for the wonderful takeaway. Thank you. Anyone else would like to have a share, a takeaway? Yes, Nitya Gopal, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhuji, and everyone. Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, I was thinking on the understanding the will of God. One may say that I don't know, but Prabhupada is mentioning, yes, Lord has told what is His will, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. And He will give the protection, and He will take a release from all the previous sinful activities. So that was my takeaway. We should understand the will of God.
That was a nice one. And what I also like and thank you for your takeaway, that was also one of my thoughts that I was really reflecting. And especially, when Srila Prabhupada says dharma is occupational duty. And then he said, our real occupational duty is to serve the Lord.
Correct.
I really, really like the way, of course, we sometimes when we know it, but just to hear from Srila Prabhupada is so powerful, I feel, and then he said, Dharmasya glani is when we ignore that.
Yes, I have that.
I really like that too. I really like that. Dharmasya glani. I said, wow, that means that when we ignore our occupational duty, because our real occupational duty is to serve the Lord. So that was a very nice one for me too, Prabhu. Yes. Very nice. Thank you. Very nice takeaway.
Yeah, when we forget our real duty, that's dharmasya glani.
Yes. I learned something new today too, actually. Because, we say it so much, but the way Srila Prabhupada puts it is so powerful.
Correct.
It's simple, short, but it's so deep and powerful. And that's why I'm so happy that we get to hear Srila Prabhupada every Wednesday, because dharmasya glani is when we ignore our occupational duty. It's so true. And also what I like is when Srila Prabhupada says that we are suffering of our activities.
Correct.
Yes. We blame the Lord. Oh, He's being partial, just like Parikshit Prabhu was saying, but and then the judge example. No, it's because when we do wrong, we're going to get punished. That's just how it is. So that was a very nice, I feel it's not only a reminder, but it's for us to change our consciousness, I feel. It's for us to change our thinking to realize, no, when we do something wrong, we're going to we're going to be punished. Like when a child does something wrong, we correct the child. They don't get away with it. If not, how will they learn to do better? So I was thinking it applies to our lives too. If we do something wrong, our actions that we're suffering is because of our activities in the past. It's not that the Lord is being partial. So that was very, very powerful for me too. Very powerful. Thank you for that nice takeaway, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah, this kind of knowledge helps one to understand things in one's life, so that he will not be taken distracted, or he will understand basically how things are happening.
Yes.
So this knowledge in one's life makes one educated, not to get morose or distracted or down, because these are coming by our own karma. Nobody is responsible.
So true. Absolutely. It's because we are paying for the price. It's our karma. We asked for it. We wanted to enjoy. We got to enjoy it, and we're suffering for it.
Right.
Pretty much, But yes, absolutely.
Clear why it's happening and what is the remedy. It's given clear.
Absolutely. And it's so clear how Srila Prabhupada says, and then he says, do you think you can simply bluff the Supreme Lord? Srila Prabhupada has a way of, wording his sentences, and if we just keep on killing and we'll be saved. No. So yeah, absolutely. That was a very powerful this is a very powerful lecture, Of course, all of Prabhupada's lectures are powerful, but every time we hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures, it's so clear. It really clears our questions, our doubts, our minds, That was very powerful. Thank you so much for your takeaway, Nitya Gopal. Thank you. Anyone else has a takeaway, a thought, a reflection, a realization? Well, one point that I really like where Srila Prabhupada says that, his last paragraph, he says, now I surrender unto you, and you say you give me protection, so give me protection. That is the Krishna conscious movement. I love the way how Srila Prabhupada says it. It's so, so nice. We just have to submit, sarva dharma parityaja, and not to ignore our occupational duty, as he says, dharma siglani, So we just got to just surrender and submit ourselves, and the Lord will take care of it, and he's always there to protect. That was one of my takeaways from this amazing, powerful class too. Really, really amazing. It's amazing how Srila Prabhupada gives classes like 30 minutes, like so 45 minutes max, he's done with the class. It's so, so amazing. Yes, Nitya Gopal, go ahead.
Yeah, this lecture has so many like life learning lessons and
Yes.
the points. Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does. It does. If we just meditate on the each and every line and sentence of what Srila Prabhupada says, it's, then we will know why we are suffering, because we wanted to enjoy. And then he says, the Lord did not force you to love him. So the Lord cannot force you. You wanted free will, you got it. And you wanted to enjoy, you suffer. And when you do something wrong, you pay for it. Very simple. And when we read and hear this, that should help us to understand why we are suffering, how temporary, chanchal, material happiness is, and how everlasting spiritual happiness is, just by surrendering to the Lord and just serving him, So beautiful promise, so wonderful promise. Amazing. Really, really nice. Powerful. Thank you, Nitya Gopal. So just got to read this and we got it. We just got to just really meditate on it and think about it and pray to the Lord to help us really imbibe what Prabhupada said. And then make sure that we don't do wrong. Stay on the process, stay in that transcendental boat, Stay in the transcendental boat. No matter how rocky, just hang on to that transcendental boat and the Lord will protect us. Yes, amazing, amazing. Any other points from devotees? Any other thoughts? Any reflections? If there isn't, just a humble reminder to devotees that tomorrow morning's class is by Chandramali Swami. He is in the US, somewhere traveling. He just got into US about a couple of days ago, so he'll be at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So please join us tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock with His Holiness Chandramali Swami. Until then, we thank you all so much for joining us. Vanchakrapatibhyascha, Kripasindhabevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.